And then I've got to fit this here and weld that in place. So let me get to it. Too thick this way, so we gotta slice it. And boy, I'll tell you what, this is some hard steel. Hard steel. You know what I mean? I don't want you kiddies trying this at home. This is an old grinder. It was given to me. And you saw the torque on this puppy. This is an old Milwaukee. Yes, sirree, Bob. And you think that stuff is hot? Those things are still smoldering down there. The carpets are wet and they're going to get chucked out come spring. It was hard cutting the long way, and I decided to cut my losses and shorten it up a little bit. Not sure which piece we'll use, but it was too thick the way it was. Next thing to do is to clean it up a little bit and slide it in place. Okay, that's the rough and fit right there. All I gotta do is a little cleanup on it now, and that thing's a press and fit. I had to tap it in there with a hammer. So my next chore is to finish welding the back plate, and I'll clean this up a little bit and weld it in place. And it's just got enough curly cues to it to make it interesting. You know what I mean? Interesting. Just out of curiosity, I wonder how much of it will actually be exposed. Let me move you over here a little bit. Wonder how much we'll actually be able to see once the sprockets are in place. Probably not much. Certainly won't see the bottom part. You won't see that. And once this one is in place, you won't see much at all. And there you have it. You'll see this little bit up here, and that's it. A lot of work for that, but we had to have the piece to fit in there, and that's what will do it. So, onward and upward. Well, there we are. She's all cleaned up, ready to be welded in place. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld it up, and I'm going to shoot some black paint on it. The frame is going to get painted gloss black. Eventually the whole frame will be done. But I'm thinking at this point I'm probably going to get it running and driving, and then I'm going to blow it all apart and sandblast the whole frame, because there's places inside the frame rails, especially these two kick-ups in the back. These are rails off of an old trailer that my son and I had gotten for free, and I replaced parts of the tongue on it, and these are the old tongue pieces that I took off that were still usable. But you know how hard it would be to get in there with a wire brush and stuff? So yeah, I think I'm going to be sandblasting. And some of you others might not know that the top cross member here is an old signpost. You know, if you look at it, and I'd move you around, but I got you on the tripod, keep you from bouncing around too much. Yeah, we use whatever we've had on hand, and that's a pretty nasty weld job right there. Woo-wee! Gonna take a lot of grinding to clean that mess up. Ugh. It's one of my earlier ones when I first got my MIG welder, before I knew how to control the temperature and wire feed and all that good stuff. And if I get an answer from my last video asking what this piece is, I'll post it right here so you know what this part was when I started off. And you should know that, well, you could tell in the process, I also cut this piece here off. This was on here like this. You can see the difference in the thickness, how much I split off of it, so I could use it. Yes, sirree, Bob, all that's going to be buried, so you never would have seen this behind the sprocket anyway. You're not going to see 99% of this. All you see probably is this little tab up the top. But so what? It's still cool, I think, and it does the job. That's the main thing. It does the job. Well, there she is, all welded into place. So let's put the sprockets on there. There's one. And this one I got to cut the shaft on. But there's our two sprockets in place. Yes, sirree, Bob. I'm happy with that. It'll do the job. Thanks again for watching, for commenting, and for subscribing. Bye now.